This is a video how to replace the door lock actuator in a 2002 Chrysler Town & Country with both a left side sliding door. The door lock actuator. This is there's actually a secret little screw you can undo right there. I found out after I took it apart that you should be able to slide it right out from there. It's just this plastic piece here underneath the cables, and undo that one connector there to swap it out is all you need to do. But I'll show you if you can't get it out the alternative way. Don't these three up here, and then that whole assembly can slide out. And make sure when you put it back you have the child lock lever. Demonstrate that it works. The other one wasn't working. Another reason they may not work is when you get low battery or the supply voltage, which I was having trouble with the front driver's door. It was trying to work but wasn't working, and I later found my battery was getting low, so that seemed to be the main problem. It's working now. Anyway, as you can see now, it works fine. Pops up and down through this rod right here, which you disconnect with little clips like this one on this end to make sure you mark which way is the forward so you don't spend time fooling with that. You'll notice if you take the door panel off, which is a bit involved getting in there, be nice to have the right tool, because sometimes these things come loose. They were supposed to pop out with the door. Anyway, it didn't damage the side of the door, so I can pull that out, slide it back in the door panel here like that. As you can see, it one of them should have been right here, and that whole actuator is behind this foam piece, which is for silencing, that just slides right in, and slide it out carefully. And there's also a door weather strip that goes over this. You want to be careful to not tear that all up. Some of it sticks here, but you can glue back, because if you look online, those things cost like $50 or so. What I had to do was swap the arm over. The one that mine came with had the green arm installed, which is I guess for the right hand door, so the same actuator will work on both. Swapped it to the red one, which I guess means left-handed. The other thing you'll notice is that in the old one it has like 4 slots, splines, whereas the new one has a bunch more splines. So you can't interchange the two, and this actually has one that's wider so that you can only clock it one way. Not sure that's true on that one when you swap it, but there's also alignment marks both on here. You see the arrow, if it's in focus, right there at the top, and on the body, so you get them aligned right. But the wider spline should ensure you get it right on that actuator. But this arm on a replacement one will not necessarily interchange with your factory one, so don't think you can just interchange the arm if it broke. Anyway, interesting inside, instead of just a simple solenoid, the factory one at least has this funky guy here with a motor gearbox against a spring, which, whoops, popped all that out. Well, no, I can't show it. But I think maybe the motor's not working. I haven't tested it yet. But that slides this piece that fell apart over with this arm, which slides this arm, which does that. And that's all it needs to actuate the rod. So that's how the thing works. A bit overcomplicated. I don't think the new one I got had that bulge for the gear, so it may just be a solenoid, which seems simpler and easier. Anyway, if you're really cheap, I guess you could take this apart, try to replace the motor, because it looks like a fairly generic motor, and that. So good luck with your minivan. This would also apply to, of course, any Dodge Grand Caravans. I don't know if the right side's different. I never fooled with that door lock yet. And also, when you take the screw off the factory one, just so you know, you gotta have a special Torx T8 bit right there from the security set from Harbor Freight.